At the time of your deposition, when the defense attorney has an opportunity to question you about what happened in your medical malpractice case, are you going to be sitting at the conference table all by yourself with just the defense attorney there, and that's it? You want to know the answer? Come join me for a moment as I share with you the exact answer to this question. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney. And the answer is, no, you are not going to be sitting there all by yourself. Why not? Because I will be there with you. The attorney who represents you is going to be sitting right next to you at his conference table in his office. The lawyer who represents the doctor whom you have sued will also be there. The court stenographer, we also call them court reporters, will also be there to record all of the questions that you are asked and all of the answers that you give. That's it. There's no judge who sits in the room with us. There's no jury that sits in the room and judges your answers. This is all taking place pre-trial, before you ever get to trial. This occurs during the discovery phase of your lawsuit. Shortly after bringing your lawsuit, in fact, a few months after you have started your lawsuit, this process will take place. We call this an examination before trial. It's really nothing more than a question and answer session that's given under oath that takes place in our office. You should know something very important. Even though there's no judge there, even though there's no jury there, the answers that you give in response to the attorney's questions carry the same exact weight as if you are testifying at the time of trial. So even though it might be in an informal setting, don't make any mistakes about this. The answers that you give carry the same exact weight as if you are testifying at the time of trial. So many people going into this process, going into this question and answer session, are thinking, okay, I'm really concerned, I'm really worried. Are you going to be there with me? They think that we're not going to be. The answer is yes, we are going to be there. Plus, before this deposition actually gets started, in all likelihood a day or two earlier, you and I will meet and I will prepare you for this deposition. And when I say prepare you, I don't mean I'm going to put words into your mouth. I'm not going to tell you what to say, but instead, I'm going to show you exactly what questions you are going to be asked. In fact, by the time we are done preparing you, you will know virtually all of the questions that you are going to be asked by the defense attorney. There's no secret about the types of questions that you are going to be asked. We all know this. So now it's an opportunity for us to go ahead and refresh your memory about some of the events that occurred. And now, at the time of your questioning, I will be there with you. Now, why is the attorney there if I can't go ahead and answer anything for you? I'll tell you why. To make sure that the questions that are put to you are appropriate. To make sure that the questions are phrased correctly. To make sure that the defense attorney doesn't step over the boundary, doesn't step over the line and ask you inappropriate questions. There are many attorneys who try and get away with things, and my goal is to make sure that does not happen. To make sure things are done according to the rules and according to procedure. And if it's done correctly, fine, we have no issue, no problem. There are instances where the attorneys will get into legal arguments. You'll hear an attorney yell out, "Objection!" And now the attorneys may get into a verbal battle, a verbal sparring. And after a few moments, you'll get an answer as to whether or not you can go ahead and answer that question. Why do I share this great information with you? I share it with you just to give you a sense of what really happens in these medical malpractice cases here in New York. You know, I recognize and I realize you're likely watching this video because you have questions or concerns about your own matter. Well, if your matter did happen here in New York and you're thinking about bringing a lawsuit, but haven't done so yet because you still have questions that need to be answered, what I invite you to do is pick up the phone and call me. You know, I answer questions like yours every single day, and I'd love to talk to you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a wonderful day.